The name Built by Basics because I really believe 90% of the population would be best served by mastering the basics. But even basic stuff like exposing your body to various levels of impact can be a great way to prevent injury, build resilience, and stay elastic while strengthening your ankles and knees. And if you're not coordinated, just jump without the rope. Everything has a progression, you just need to learn what it is for you. Maybe jump rope for 10 seconds and rest for 30 if you've been idle for some time. And a side note, when you jump rope and get that bounce and flow going with a good tune on, it's a beautiful thing and should definitely give you some confidence and help to get the vibes and the vibrations up mentally. And yes, these are barefoot shoes, which I highly recommend. No, they're not a sponsor yet. But a key point, let your foot muscles and tendons breathe and do the work. Most modern shoes with excess padding focused on aesthetics really take away that ability. But as always, progress into it. Don't get a pair of barefoot shoes and then go for a long run if it's your first time. And of course, over time, we will get into the weeds well beyond the basics. Training modalities I've tried over the past 20 years, like oscillatory training or isometric holds, or movements focused on proprioception, which in my opinion are all greatly slept on. And if you're thinking, okay guy, you look pretty average, I hear you. I'm not one for excuses, but just like you, I have a story. In time, I'll share more of it as it's relevant and potentially helpful for anyone watching. But for now, just know I was diagnosed with a parasite a few years back, and that nuked my digestive system and my gut biome. It went undetected for 2+ years, largely because doctors and air quote specialists had no clue what was going on. The stories I can and will tell here are great, but just know this, paired with a fairly severe low back disc herniation, pushed me into a different life for the past few years. I was on the fitness track. Yes, I'm all natural, even in this photo. Here's the one show that I did. It was a natural show. You can look it up if you want. All that to say, I'm on a journey back. But training, whether as an athlete or a physique competitor, has always been a passion. It's taught me so much about myself, life, grit, mental toughness, and how to push the limits. And I believe the fitness world, as many know it through influencers today, desperately needs fixed. It needs more voices sharing a different perspective that's more attainable for the masses. I mean, how much are you really learning from any fitness folks you follow? Do you feel better or worse about yourself? Do you feel like building a great physique is attainable without a gym membership or a fancy home gym and hours a day working out or preparing meals? In short, my message is simple. You can build your dream physique with limited time each day, doing something you can learn to enjoy if you don't already, and you don't need a coach or some expensive training program or some lifting app. 95% of my workouts over the past 3 years have been at home with minimal equipment. Now, in this video, you may see some equipment, but most of it I just got recently. And I stand by the fact that you don't need it, but sure, it can enhance the experience and unlock some new movements. This patented Bands functional trainer system has quite the story behind it. Myself, in partnership with an electrified subscriber of mine, actually have co-founded this company, and we will be bringing this product to market later this year. So if you're looking for a portable, lightweight, quiet, all-in-one home gym for a fraction of the cost of the competition, this is hands down the best solution that gives you nearly endless opportunity. You're really only limited by your own creativity. But no worries, much more on this in future videos. And I really don't follow any fancy diets or obsess over tracking my macros. I don't take any PEDs. It's just I've picked up some tricks over the past 20 years from experimenting, always trying new things, always learning, being coached by some professionals, from working with people like Ben Pakulski, and watching an absurd amount of training content from the best people doing it. But at the end of the day, it's all about learning to pick and choose what works for you given your body and your goals, your objectives, and your schedule and the things that you enjoy. And my mission is to help equip everyone to learn how to build their own lifestyle that will yield the bodies they want, a much stronger mental resilience, and an overall excitement with life on the pursuit of continuous improvement. Now, because I'll always try to deliver on my titles, I see three main reasons why people find building muscle to be hard. Number one, they don't train hard enough. I was a gym rat for 20 years before being sidelined and then rebuilding completely from home. I'm also very observant, and I've learned how certain brain mechanisms work to protect us from injury, amongst other things. And hard also does not have to mean long. Most of my workouts only last 25 minutes or so. Sometimes I'll go longer if I have time because I really do love that part of the day, listening to music and mentally transporting into war mode. But the truth is, you only need a few sets for each muscle group if you can learn to push every set to true failure. I also believe this style of training is a big reason why I consider myself to be mentally hard to break. Over time, you realize your body is capable of so much more than you think, and it can be addicting to see how far you can push the limits. Now, obviously, you need to learn how to do this safely, especially if you have pre-existing issues or injuries, or if you've been sedentary and you're deconditioned. A major theme in my message will be to start where you are and ease into everything. If you haven't been training at all, maybe just hold the top of a push-up for as long as you can to get warmed up, and then do one set of push-ups with as perfect form as you can. And this is another huge can of worms we'll talk about in the future, but most people are clueless when it comes to the mind-muscle connection and how to apply tension to one target muscle at a time. I actually think most men should do female push-ups if they want to build their chest. But again, more on that later. To give you something actionable on making building muscle easier, when you start to feel the burn, whatever you're doing, just imagine that thought or the pain you're feeling as a cloud passing by in the sky. You can acknowledge that it's there, but it does not need to dictate what your body does. Your mind is going to tell you to stop long before your body will give up. And it's the reps you can do through that pain, and not joint pain or bad pain, but I'm talking about the burn, the muscle burn, which is a good pain. It's the reps you do through that pain that give you the most bang for your buck. But most people stop when it gets hard. Then they take a rest, and then they do some more reps outside or before the warrior zone, as I like to call it. The warrior zone being reps that are done through that muscle burn pain. I've also found I enjoy preparing my body and mind for battle because I believe life is a type of warfare, and I see too many people that are unprepared for battle. And yes, as everyone and their brother will tell you, if you don't eat enough protein and get enough quality sleep, you'll fall well short of maximizing your potential. Again, more on how to do each of those well given your situation in the future. The second main reason, they get so excited for their body to change or to look a certain way that when it doesn't happen in the first few months, they lose motivation. The key paradigm switch here is just focus on building a lifestyle for life, not just a season. Build rhythms and habits that you enjoy that you can sustain, and don't let yourself develop body dysmorphia from scrolling. You need to love your body wherever you are at. Now, this is not a license to stay there if you know you need to change, but be thankful that you're able to work out. But if you constantly think to yourself, I'm so fat, I'm so skinny, I wish I had a different bone structure, I'll never be insert X, you're just gonna spin yourself into negative thought patterns, and just like they say, you are what you eat, well, you become what you think. And no, I'm not into any goofy manifestation or name it, claim it nonsense, but I do believe there's power in the tongue, and vibrations and energy are very real. So be kind to yourself, just don't let it turn into a license for being lazy. And if you're not looking at yourself in the mirror every day to see if you look different, and you just plant the right seeds each day, not expecting immediate results, you'll learn to focus on the act of the seed planting rather than constantly checking the harvest, which can be quite discouraging if you have the wrong timeline expectations. And the third main reason is people don't truly understand variation. Yes, progressive overload is tried and true, and if you like tracking and all of that, great. I personally don't. I haven't tracked a workout or done the same workout twice in a row for years. I do whatever I'm in the mood for that day, and I'm always trying to unlock a new angle of attack for applying tension or a new training style to keep my central nervous system guessing and to keep things fresh. I get bored way too easily to do the exact same thing week after week. And we can debate what's optimal and split hairs, but for 99% of people, it really doesn't matter. Pick what you enjoy and do that. Or do both and mix it up over time. I think too many people focus only on building muscle, or only on balance and flexibility, or only on fat loss and running, or only on cardio, or only on explosion, rather than mixing and blending these modalities over time, or even some during the same session. And it really is only through trying different things where you can learn what you enjoy and what your body responds to. And don't worry, in future videos we'll get more into specifics and actionable tips with insights that are not broadly shared. And I believe everyone would benefit from some level of resistance training, not just for aesthetics, but for longevity, improved bone density, better metabolic and cardio health, better joint stability, the hormonal benefits, improved energy, improved immune function, and of course the psychological and mental benefits. So I'll wrap it there. Welcome to Built by Basics. Hope to see you in the next one.